Right, I've got a wacky idea, right? How about we introduce this episode? Like, this episode is called Work.
Where.
Yes, we could do that.
So...
Oh, bless you. You don't have to do the theme tune. I'll add that in.
Yeah, that's not a good start.
Like an idiot.
I've written something in my notes.
Oh, yeah.
And it looks like it says, downed piss.
That's disgusting.
But it doesn't, but I'll tell you what it says later.
Well, that'd be exciting for me.
I've got 2 pages of the notes.
Have you?
Yeah.
That's good. That's very good.
Oh, I think I'm taking the podcast a bit too seriously.
No, it's good. It's good to be serious about stuff in life. Yeah. So, how are we going to do this then?
Well, if we imagine that the music is just played, and then, I don't know, you introduce us.
What's up, bitches?
Gosh, are you ready?
Fuck's sake. No, that was that was a really good theme tune. Actually, I really liked your rendition of it. Oh, it was brilliant. No, you don't. No need to do it again. That's fine. That's fine. So, hello.
Hi.
What's this episode about?
Where.
I knew you were going to do that.
Just that for an hour.
Fucking knew it. Sounds horrendous. I'm sorry, everybody.
You listen to that song for an hour.
I couldn't imagine listening to it for 3 minutes, let alone an hour.
It is our phone.
Yeah, definitely. So, work. Something we all have to do, and none of us like.
Seriously, who invented the idea that we have to go to work?
Ugh, I don't know. Someone. Fucker.
Why couldn't it just be that there's this amount of money, and divvy it up between everyone and just be like, right, that's your money, don't go mad, ain't anymore.
Yep.
That'll last you for the next 100 years. Do what you want, but just be sensible.
Yep. Well, nah.
And then if you do something good, like invent the Hoover or something, then you get a bit more.
What a random thing to say. Like, of all things, invent the Hoover. Yeah. Did I tell you I had an argument with my Hoover the other day? Yeah. Stopped working, didn't it?
So did you. Boom.
Not impressed.
Oh! Wow. Oh, it's going to be so hard not to break out into that every time we say the word work.
Do you know what? I think I might be able to resist. I mean, I don't know if you will, considering you said like 4 times already in the space of about 3 minutes.
I do it all day. Whenever I go to work,
I'm
walk along the road going, I'm going where.
Of course you do.
And then someone will walk past and I'll go, Shamalamana.
This is why we get picked on.
No, I don't get picked on anymore.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad.
Talking about work today, I was at work.
Yeah.
Oh, there's this woman, and she's so fucking annoying. Because, like, it's pretty quiet at work, so, on any given day, it's not that bad. So you sit and you have a chat, and then sort of halfway through the shift, the other person will just bugger off, and I'll bugger off to my own bit, and then we'll just do our own thing, whether it's reading a book or whatever. But we're on site in case anything happens and, anyone's dying or whatever.
Well, yeah.
But she don't.
Oh.
If I go off somewhere, she comes and finds me.
Oh, that's not good.
And then she'll just sit down and talk about, and she's so depressing on everything. Like, there's no good things about anything. Like, I told her that I'm trying to sort of eat a bit more healthy lately.
Yeah.
And I had proper bad stomachache this morning, so I thought to myself, right, well, I'll have some cereal sort of about 11 o'clock. It's really good fancy before then. Sat down, had some cereal. What you doing? Cereal. Well, it's nearly 11:30. It'll be lunchtime soon. Can't eat cereal at 11 o'clock.
Fucking can't.
Yeah, honestly, if she can't in my house, it's all I ever eat, like midnight. And and she's just constant, you shouldn't eat cereal, a lot of sugar in cereal. And then she sits there and drinks like an apple from concentrate thing, which is like full of sugar.
God.
I felt like punching in the neck.
You should have done. That's what you should have actually done, is just punched her right in the neck.
The thing that makes it worse is that the last 2 days I was supposed to be on my own at work, which I love, because I can just do my own thing, get on with it, and 6 hours goes by like so quick. But then she phoned up, didn't she, first thing in the morning. Any shifts going?
Ugh.
Yeah, so she's taken those 2 that I would have been on my own, and she's taken Friday with me and all.
Ugh.
I'll kill her or myself by Friday.
Oh, that's no good. Death is never the answer, usually. Well, I say usually.
This has got a good start, hasn't it?
Yeah. That's what we do.
Then, so, work.
Yeah.
I was going to, but I thought, no, I'll hold on. So, if we go through some stories that, things that have happened at work, because last week we did the whole sort of Marvel DC thing, and it was very sort of specific. So this week we sort of branch out.
It's very clear on who won as well, I feel. So, that's good.
Well, I think that we need to revisit that at a much later date. Maybe after
Civil War.
Yeah, maybe after Civil War has come out and everyone's calmed down a bit. I think we need to revisit it, because there's definitely more facts, and I think there's definitely more room for you to agree. So we should do that.
Sure.
So yeah, if we go through the stories of some things that have happened, that sort of big things while we've been at work.
Okay.
And I've also found some sort of facts about work in general, so things like what people consider to be the most perfect job.
Okay, that'd be interesting.
What's the most dangerous job?
Oh.
And then I've got a list of about 5 or so worst jobs ever.
Oh.
They're quite interesting.
Oh, I look forward to hearing them.
Some of them are quite disgusting.
Oh dear. Maybe not.
Yeah.
Okay. So, how do you want to roll?
Well, if you tell a story, I'll tell a story, you tell a story.
Okay.
I really hope people can hear the difference in my microphone.
Well, if you can, viewers, or Ted,
Viewers.
please put in the comments below.
You've suddenly gone very crackly.
Have I? Is it because I'm a witch?
Alright, Melisandre, calm your tits.
Oh.
Mate, they were some saggy ones, weren't they?
Spoilers!
Oh, stars.
Do you know what? I was sitting there, I literally just said to Paul, oh, she is really pretty, isn't she? And then it's like, oh, she ain't there.
Like Gollum, didn't she?
She did, yeah. Poor love.
Alright then, go on. Hit me with a fact. Not a fact.
What?
I'll start that again. Hit me with a work story.
Okay, so I used to interview people when they came when they wanted a job with my particular company. And I had an interviewee who absolutely hated the company and spent the entire interview talking about how much he disliked the company he was applying for. And I was like, why are you applying for this company then? What is wrong with you? I was so confused. I mean, what was the point? I was like, why are you here? It's like, well, I need a job, don't I? I was like, yeah, you don't spend 45 minutes talking about how much you hate this place before you've even started working here. What an idiot. So yeah, that made me laugh.
Wait until you work somewhere before you start moaning about it.
Exactly. You take your time and ease into it.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Is this the same place that you worked at and with your thumb?
Yes, that is correct. Yes.
Do you want to tell the old thumb story?
Oh, could do, I suppose. I was busy working away like I was going to say heavy little bee worker. That don't make sense.
That's a different kind of job.
Yeah. So yeah, busy working away, doing my own thing. Just head down, cracking on, and there's these, how would I describe them? There's these big, massive kind of fridge things, portable fridges essentially, that I had to pull through this quite tight-fitting door. Wasn't paying attention what I was doing. There was a child behind me. I thought, oh shit, don't want to run over the child, do I? I should probably, be careful. So I'm pulling it through the door, and then I happened to catch the fridge and my thumb between the door. Well, I caught my thumb between the fridge and the door and managed to peel off all of the skin and the nail and fracture it in 3 places.
Hey, I didn't realise it was that bad.
Yeah. Oh, there was a lot of blood.
You had like a metal pin in it or something, didn't you?
Yes. I went to hospital and they lost my paperwork.
They lost your thumb.
No, that stayed in place, luckily. But yeah, lost my paperwork and I was sat there for about 4 hours, bleeding slowly. And and then they referred me to a specialist clinic somewhere. And I had a pin in my thumb for 3 months, and I still have the hole in my thumb now, even like 4 years later.
Do you find, like, in certain weathers you have some thumb issues?
Only if I want sympathy. Usually I'll just be fine. Like, Alice, can you do this? Oh, no, my thumb hurts.
Alice, we've got to move on.
Oh, yeah. Give them a thumbs up though, it's as much as I can do. Yeah. I know.
You worked at that place for a long time, didn't you?
I was there for 8 years in the end.
That's a long time.
I know. 8 horrendous years.
I barely make 8 months.
I know.
So, this month,
yeah.
Been at the job for a year.
Bloody hell.
I know. Lindsay alert.
That is the Lindsay alert.
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
Previous to this job, worked in a few places.
Yeah, you've had a few, haven't you?
Had a couple.
Yeah.
I've got sort of about 5 stories. A lot of them occur at the same place, and a lot of them include poo.
Why do all your stories include poop?
Mate, I've never told a poop story on the podcast until now.
Always tell poop stories.
Friendship is built on poop stories.
Yuck.
If you can message someone, mate, I'm having a poop, then you've got a good friendship.
Oh, mate, nah.
Okay, so I think the first story.
Yep.
This was when I lived in London.
London.
Worked at a care home, because that's pretty much what I've done for the last, 10 years, I suppose now.
Yeah.
And everyone living in this care home was very sort of high dependency, so there was a lot of people with dementia and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people were bedbound and stuff. Looked after this particular guy, and he was a chronic schizophrenic.
Oh.
And, I mean, I never saw the other side to him. He was always so hopped up on medication that he would just laugh at everything you say. But this particular time, went up in the lift, and bear in mind, like, he lived upstairs, and his flat was miles away from the lift. But I'm on the afternoon shift, went up with the other person that I was on shift with. The elevator doors opened, and just got hit with a waft of shit. The smell was insane.
Oh no.
And we had to go from flat to flat. Excuse me, have you got any excrement in your flat at the moment?
Oh no.
Literally, because there was somewhere. And we had to find it because it was just so strong. Eventually we get to this guy's flat, and you could tell it was his flat before you even opened the door because it was just thick with green. Like,
oh no.
Went through the door, and he was sat with his trousers round his ankles, a t-shirt on, watching Rihanna live.
Right.
He turned round and just went,
oh no.
Went in with my eyes literally squinting from like the acid burning into my retinas, and I found that what he'd done is he'd done a poo.
Yeah.
Wrapped it in tissue paper.
Right.
And then put it on top of the radiator. So the heat and Oh,
that's nasty.
It weren't good.
No, that's really fucking nasty.
Yeah, that was bad. And funny enough, a few doors down from that, this was on another day, but same place, we had a woman, and she was pretty much bed-bound, like she couldn't get out of bed. And I'd been working the morning shift, and they then asked me to stay and do the afternoon shift. But I'd be upstairs on my own, so I said, well, I want to be upstairs, because I've done upstairs all morning, I know that it's all good and everything, so if I'm doing the wrong day, that's where I want to be.
Yeah.
I said, alright. This particular woman, she had diarrhea.
Right.
And she'd had diarrhea 3 times that morning.
Okay, lovely.
So that was another reason why I wanted to go upstairs, because I thought, well, she's done, she can't physically have any more in her. That is it now. Like, you must be empty by now.
You'd like to hope,
You'd like to hope. So go upstairs, and the thing with, like, when you work in a care home, when they're bedbound and that, people don't really think about the fact that if someone shits the bed, you've got to change that bed, change them, and clean them, and put new bedding on, with them still in the bed.
Yeah, that's a bugger.
It's harder than it's... I mean, there's routines and there's a knack to it, and once you do it a few times, you get used to it, but it's bloody hard work. Anyway, I go upstairs, again, doors open, smell, shit, someone's done one.
Lovely.
Walk past, there she is, and she was writing on the wall with it.
Oh no, really?
I mean, it's not her fault, she wasn't well, she had dementia and stuff, but I went in and I said to her, come on, let's get you cleaned up or whatever. I'm sweating away because this is the 4th time that I've done it this day already.
Yeah.
I'm round the side of the bed. I'm asking her to roll. I'm doing all these things, changing the bedding. Obviously, I've got gloves on.
Yep.
Big lump of poo on the back of my glove.
Oh, no.
I notice it and think to myself, right, remember that's there, carry on, sort of get it done.
Yeah.
And I'm sweating away, and
scared.
A few moments later, just in the heat of everything and forgetting, just my main focus is to clean this woman and get it done. And I wipe my forehead with the back of my hand that has the poo on it.
Oh, that's nasty. That is so fucking nasty.
There really weren't enough Radox in the world to get that off my forehead. Seriously. Practically scrubbed myself with a Brillo pad just to try and get it off.
So when you realised this had happened and you are now standing there with poo on your head, did you remain professional? And
I was professional. Admittedly, I did look to her.
Yeah.
To see if she'd noticed said incident.
Yeah.
She looked at me and laughed. I continued to dress her and get her done because, professional.
Yeah.
I then did everything that needed to be done. I removed the gloves.
Yeah.
I then closed her door.
Yeah. Went
down the corridor, went to the toilet, and slowly cried as I scrubbed myself raw.
Oh, mate, that's nasty.
It was only actually a couple of weeks after that I left and moved away from that area.
Wonder why.
Not because of poo, radiator poo and stuff like that. It's just that caring is a job that you can only do it for so long, I think.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're right there.
There's literally only so much shit you can take, literally.
Literal shit, yes.
It ain't good at times.
Yeah, no, mate.
You got that story?
I do remember interviewing someone, and this particular girl, I think she's fresh out of college, she's obviously a bit nervous and that. And she just got through telling me how smart she is and how she's been to, done this, done that, one of those types. Yeah. And so I said, well, you'd be very happy to know that on your online assessment, you scored something like 98%. And she went, oh, is that out of 100? I was like,
oh.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Anyway, we're going to have to end it there, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, so she was interesting, that one. Oh, bless her.
Didn't you have someone, I can't remember much of the story, but I remember you having someone there on work experience or something and she wouldn't get off her phone?
Oh, yeah, she threw a hissy fit at me. She was, no, honestly, she was this little 15-year-old girl that's, thinks she knows everything and she's the bee's fucking knees. Oh, so she came in and I was like, you can't have your phone on you. You can't keep it on you while you're on the shop floor or because, what if she breaks it, yada yada, what if someone steals it, you just don't know, do you? So I said this to her.
Well, unprofessional, isn't it?
Well, yeah, there's that as well. But my priority would be, if you're going to keep your phone on you, that's fine. But don't sit there and get it out in front of people, use it. Oh, anyway, so she's on the shop floor after I've told her to put her phone away. And I can see it in her back pocket. And I'm like, what? Well, I know. I was like, what are you doing with your phone in your back pocket? Didn't I tell you to leave it upstairs? And she's like, well, it's in my back pocket. I'm not using it, am I? I was like, well, still I need you to put it upstairs. Oh, I don't see why I fucking need to. It's like, oh.
Did you actually make that noise? You said that in the middle of the shop floor.
I was like, she said a naughty. No, I didn't, but So she went upstairs, and because she's only like a little work experience, I was like, yeah, you can go. I don't want you in here. Get lost. So I just phoned her school up and said, nah, sorry. Can't be dealing with this. I got enough shit to put up in this place. Without fucking kids, you know? Oh, yeah.
Talking about work experience.
Yeah.
I think my first sort of experience with work was work experience.
What? Sorry, what?
No, like, I used to go to work with my dad quite a lot.
Yeah.
Like, when I was growing up and that, he used to say, oh, come to work with me for the weekend. And it was fucking boring. But I used to go because, you know, I don't know, I was told to. But, there was a particular time where he worked for, like, he's a builder. Like, he's a carpenter and a foreman of a building site, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And this particular time, he was refurbishing the co-op funeral place. Like, it was the place where they made the coffins and stuff.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But it was also, as I later found out, a place where they actually do some of the cremating and things like that.
I don't think I like where this story is going, to be honest.
I'm not sure if I've told you this story before, but it is pretty horrific. Anyway, there was 3 things that sort of happened that were pretty full on. Like, in the space of, you know, like a few weekends, I think I went there. So in the space of about 6 days, quite a few things happened.
Yeah.
One of the first things that I really remember was that it was the main area where they built all the coffins and that was just this huge sort of hall. But the majority of the floor was like sort of metal grating, so you could see through to a basement underneath, which was where they stored all sort of coffins that had never been used and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It scared the shit out of me because I was a lot younger then. So like,
oh yeah, it would do, wouldn't it?
I mean, I must have only been about 8, if that.
God.
And just this room full of coffins. It used to scare the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Anyway, Dad said, you know, there's a light over there, and it was like a building site light, so it was on this massive sort of metal pole, sort of an upturned light, and he said that bulb in there gets so hot, don't go anywhere near the light, because it's really dangerous, and the metal casing that should be over it to stop you being able to get to the bulb has come off.
Yeah.
So essentially it's just this big, red, hot light, so don't go near it.
Okay.
I go near it.
Of course you fucking do.
And I get a bit of cloth.
Get a bit of what?
A bit of cloth.
Oh, right, yeah.
Put it on the end of a long stick.
Yeah.
Because I want to tap the bulb.
Why?
With this cloth.
Why?
I don't know. Anyway, I'm tapping away, and the bit of cloth comes off and goes in the metal casing bit with the red hot lamp thing.
Yeah.
And it was sort of like halogen, that kind of thing.
Uh-huh.
I just sort of go, oh shit, and then walk away. I've lost my bit of cloth.
Right.
A few minutes later, fucking on fire, isn't it?
Oh, of course it fucking is.
Proper burning, proper... my dad comes over. Well, I'm sort of away from it by that point, so I see him go over to it. And he sort of tips it on its side and, you know, throws water over it and, you know, diffuses the situation. And then he says to me, did you go near the light? And I was like, no.
No, mate.
He never actually realised that I did go over it. He just didn't really know where the bit of cloth had come from that was just sort of smouldering away. And second thing that happened was, you know, I'm sort of 7, 8 years old. I get bored. You know, my dad's just building shelves and doors and things like that all day, so I'm bored. And I go walkabouts. And it sort of stayed with me forever. But I think it sort of helped in later life, working with old people.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I go walking around, and I find this room, let myself in, as you do, and there's a coffin on 2 sort of stand things, one at either end, and I go up to it, and I open the lid, and there's a body inside.
Oh, mate, no. No.
And it was, I never forget the vision. Like, I can't picture her face anymore, but I know that she was an old woman and she was wearing a pink dress with white dots all over it.
Oh, this makes me sad.
And it was really weird because I knew what it was and my legs went a bit numb, but at the same time I wasn't really scared. It was weird.
I think I probably would have shit myself, to be honest.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it helped in later life. I mean, we work with old people, they die all the time, and like...
Well, that's true.
I think seeing that at such an early age, it sort of took the scariness out of it for me, so now sort of a thing. But the third thing that happened when I was there was my dad was sawing a bit of wood, and then he came over to me at one point and said, "I need your help. I've cut off my finger."
Oh no!
And when I looked, it was literally hanging on, and I mean literally, like by a bit of skin, like it was literally hanging off.
That's nasty.
Yeah, he wrapped it in a bit of cloth and drove me home, and then drove himself to the hospital.
Well, that's a true frickin' hero. I just like frickin' panicked when I did my thumb. What's wrong with it? Yeah.
Did you cry?
Yes, I went into shock actually. Believe it or not, I know.
You had to be electrocuted clear. Just you there with your thumb.
Oh, fucking bad, jeez. Still, yeah, that's not good.
Later on in the years, like when I was about 15, I went back to work with my dad for a little while.
Mm.
And, but I went back as a paid employee this time.
Oh.
And I wasn't working on his site. I was working for his company, but on a different site that he wasn't on.
Mm.
Anyway, I was really tired because, before that I hadn't sort of gotten up before midday forever, so like since school. So the idea of getting up 5:30 to be at work for 6:30, fucking mental. I wasn't, 15 years old. I ain't into that. So come, Wednesday, after doing this for 3 days, I'm knackered.
Yeah.
Working at the building site, I'm lifting heavy shit all day, I'm tired. The main sort of foreman of this particular site says, I'm off somewhere for a couple of hours. Go and get some more wood or whatever it is builders do. If you could just tidy up the backyard, that's all I need you to do, really. So I said, alright, well, I'd done most of that in the morning anyway. You just didn't know that.
Right.
So I pretty much had a free afternoon. I was really tired.
Oh, what did you do?
I've got a dust sheet, which is like this great big sheet that they put down when they're painting or whatever, so they don't damage the floor or if, to prevent it from getting excessive amounts of wood dust and all that kind of shit. Got one of them. Climbed up the scaffolding. Got on the roof of the building.
What is wrong with you? I mean, seriously. What is wrong with you?
And put the dust sheet over me. I like that I went to the extent to go and get a cover.
Yeah, that's
wouldn't want to be chilly.
No, exactly.
And, went to sleep. Didn't even think about setting an alarm because I thought, well, I'm going to sleep lightly, I'm just going to relax and doze in and out. I only wake up 5 minutes to 5 because it started raining.
Oh, God.
I slept for 4 hours.
Wow.
Everyone was wondering where I was.
Yeah.
Didn't think to look on the roof.
Well, why would they? Exactly.
No, I wonder if he's asleep on the roof. Yeah, and I came down and he said, I've been back half hour, where you been? So I was really lucky that he hadn't been there for ages. And I was like, tidying up round, and I went up on the roof and that to sort of tidy up a bit. And he went, right, okay. Anyway, I'm going home now. Your dad'll be here to pick you up in a minute, wouldn't he? He's like, yeah, okay, bye. So that's quite lucky, really.
That certainly was, yeah. Jeez. See,
not lived for you slept on a roof.
No, it sounds interesting, but do you know what? I'd never get that lucky. Ever. Oh, man. What you like.
There's some training that you was going to tell me about.
Some form of training?
Tit.
No.
Oh.
So, yes. I had to put an announcement out, and this is something I had to do a few times. I absolutely hate doing it because I always, fuck up my words. So the thought of doing this in front of a audience was quite terrifying for me. So all I needed to do was say, would all the till train staff please go to the main tills? That was it. I mean, you can't go wrong with that, can you? Yeah, you can. So I said in my panicked voice when I pressed the little intercom, would all the till train staff please go to the main tills? And that was it. So, yeah, that was fun. Tit train staff. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
I know. I don't do announcements anymore. Just it's horrible. Well, obviously I don't now, but
yeah.
I avoided it as much as I possibly could.
So, I mean, you've left the job that you was at for 8 years.
Yes, that's correct.
I think I've got some facts for you that might help you find your next job.
Oh, that'd be very handy.
Things to avoid, essentially, for the worst jobs.
Okay, go on then.
So, to bring to your attention some of the jobs that are actually out there that sound incredible.
Oh, alright, go on then.
For example, did you know that there's one man that is employed to be a Netflix tagger?
Oh.
And what he has to do is he watches what is most popular on Netflix. So he sits there watching Breaking Bad, anything that's on Netflix basically.
Yeah.
Really good. He has to watch the whole thing.
Yeah.
And then rate it.
Wow.
And basically tag it in terms of, sort of like Breaking Bad, I don't know, Bryan Cranston.
I could totally do that.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Isn't that just the best job? You're paid to watch TV.
That is good. I would love that.
You're paid to watch good TV because they're the most popular ones.
Exactly. I could definitely do that. I mean, I'd do that. I mean, I've got really good training in that because I sit and watch seasons like day by day. It's, I'm a freaking pro.
I mean, can you imagine this, like the CV for that? Like, invented this, I've done that.
Yeah.
I've worked here for 10 years, I've been a manager at this place for 25 years. Yeah. I'm sorry, we just need someone that sits on their own.
Exactly.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Like you could turn up and say, I like to order a kebab while I eat. Wow, that would put you in the right frame of mind for watching this programme.
Exactly.
You're employed.
Yep. No.
Some of the worst jobs, however.
Oh, yeah.
Got some for you that you might want to sort of steer clear of.
Oh, okay.
Did you know that there is a deodorant checker?
Oh.
They're called deodorant producers, but what they do essentially is they have to sniff armpits.
Right.
After 24 hours to make sure that deodorant has done what it said.
Oh, that's nasty. That poor person.
Yeah.
Because deodorants don't. They lie.
Oh, they do. Oh, it lasts 18 hours. No, it don't. Yeah. It's like if it lasts 3.
Exactly. Like those 48 hours ones as well. Fuck off.
Yeah.
No.
The thing I don't get, though, like, these kind of jobs, who applies for them?
I know. Well, how do they come about? Because I've been looking for jobs, and it's just all the boring shit, There's nothing interesting. Exactly. Maybe it's not what you know, it's who you know.
Yeah.
Eh?
I mean, yeah. But, who would apply for that? Like, if you saw a deodorant checker, duties, sniff armpits.
Essentially, yeah.
Body odor.
Yep.
Like, would you apply for that?
Depends what the pay's like, I suppose.
Yeah, true.
No, if it's literally just sniffing, and how long would you have to sniff the armpit for?
I would say roughly a good 5-second inhale.
Yes, yeah, I think I could deal with that. If it's a decent pay. Yeah.
What if it was someone using the Poundland's own deodorant, and the person using it was 27 stone, female, but still had hairy armpits? And she's also got 3 skin tags, a boil, and something that could either be food or a form of insect underneath her armpit.
Yeah, I'd give it a good sniff.
Mate.
Yeah, mate.
That'll work too long.
Do you know, it's only been a month so far. I think.
It's gone quick, isn't it?
Bloody has. I popped into my old work yesterday and they said to me, how's it going? What have you been up to? I was like, well, not much really. I played Sims for a bit and, yeah, that's it.
It's so weird, isn't it, when you go back to a job when you don't work there anymore? Yeah,
it is, because they're just quite willing to let me just roam around upstairs. Alright then.
Yeah, that is weird.
It's great. They said, shall I escort you out? I was like, nah, it's alright, now I'm going tonight. I'll take that. Jokes.
Got some more worse jobs ever for you.
Oh, go on then.
Crime scene cleaner.
Oh, no. No. I can't do that. No.
That's pretty nasty.
Yeah. Nah. No.
I mean, the kind of things that you'd have to mop up.
Exactly. Fuck that shit.
There's a few kind of bodily fluids, isn't there? I mean, they all get spilt in crime scenes.
Mate, no. No, thank you.
Crocodile trainer?
Nope.
You sure?
Yeah, I mean, they're not really that fluffy, are they? Yeah. I like fluffy animals.
I'd love a crocodile called Fluffy.
Oh.
This one made me laugh, not particularly because of what it is, but it's because of when the guy was interviewed, it was what he said.
Okay.
There's a guy that works for M&S. His name is Simon Allison.
Right.
He's a pet food taster.
Yuck. That's nasty. What?
But he was quoted as saying,
yeah,
when asked, do people find your job bizarre, eating food that's meant for dogs and cats and, I don't think goldfish, but, that kind of stuff. He said, I love my job, but I draw the line at swallowing.
So, what?
I love my job, but I draw the line at swallowing.
So, how does he, he just, puts it in his mouth? Rolls it around and then spits it out? Oh.
But then you get weirdos that do that with wine, didn't you? When you go wine tasting, you're not allowed to swallow it. What's the fucking point then?
Yeah, I don't think they want to get ridiculously drunk.
I wonder how much fat there is in pet food.
I
reckon that would be a craze one day, the pet food diet.
Oh, no. Have you smelt, dog and cat food? It's pure fucking
That was the
vile.
one thing that I hated about living at your house, was when you fed the dogs.
Yeah.
Because it was just like tins of...
Exactly, it's just nasty.
Especially when your dog would then go out the back and throw it all up again.
And then eat it, yeah.
And
that was nasty. Very fucking nasty.
Anyway, there's another job.
Oh, yeah. Give me a nice job. I want a job that I can go to and do, not these horrible jobs.
Could do this one. Could you control a computer helicopter, like a mini remote control helicopter?
What, with my mind?
Not with your mind. You're not Magneto.
Oh.
Could you control it with like a little handset if you were given, I don't know, a day to get used to
it? Well, would I be allowed to crash it? Because I would.
It wouldn't be advised, because where you're flying it over,
you
wouldn't really see it again if you crashed it.
Oh, I'd probably go for a no then.
Probably best, because basically they get one of these remote control helicopters, and it's got a little thing going on underneath it where it's got a Petri dish.
Right.
Remember those from school?
Yeah, I do.
They fly it out over the sea.
Right.
And basically these people that do that, they're whale snot collectors.
Oh, what? Nasty.
Why
Give me a nice job. I don't like these jobs.
Why are they doing that?
I don't know. I don't know why.
I mean, they probably do, but do they learn great information from whale snot?
I imagine they do, but I, for the life of me, cannot think what it would be. Or what benefit it would be. Wouldn't it be interesting if, all these, face creams that promise to do this and that. Find out in a year's time, well, snot.
It's like one of these big words, like hydrochloric acid. Not hydrochloric acid, I'm pretty sure that's a real thing.
That's terrifying.
Edit that out. Hydrofluoric crendolunic.
Right.
Stuff. But that is just code for, it's not.
Yeah. Nah.
Nasty.
It's nasty.
And then the last one is sewer diver.
Oh no, I don't think I'd fancy that either.
You're in a suit though, not
in a
Gucci,
black suit or anything.
No, you're in a proper, no poo will touch you.
Yeah, still, that literal shit will get places.
Yeah, admittedly, no poo will touch you was one of the things they told me when I applied for my carer job. So
before they go, then
you can't trust them, can you?
No,
really? Because
definitely
a year
not.
later, you're covered in shite on your forehead.
Bleh.
Right then, some of the what would you class as your most perfect job apart from Netflix tagger?
So I was thinking about this and what passions I have in life. And I think I covered this in a previous episode in a jokey sort of way. But I was thinking, right, about teaching religion to animals.
Yeah, you didn't mention that before because I think I would have remembered it.
No, I thought I did. No. Anyway, or I could marry animals. I could totally.
You want to marry an animal?
No, you misunderstand. I'd marry
okay.
2 animals.
because that would just be weird otherwise, wouldn't it?
Exactly. Nah.
Oh, why do you want to marry animals?
Because, it's a very joyous moment in someone's life.
But all they do is shag, eat and sleep and poo.
Yeah. That's what humans do.
Join them in matrimony for that. Yeah, true.
Yeah,
true.
Exactly. They're much...
Animals don't work.
Animals what?
Don't work.
That's true. We could be lazy bums together. I think animals are nicer than humans.
Oh yeah, I definitely trust a rabbit more than I trust human.
They ain't going to start World War II, are they?
Jesus. World War III. Britain versus Roger Rabbit.
Oh. What about you?
Essentially, it would just be anywhere where I'm the manager. I like authority.
Oh, do you?
I'd love to be a manager of a care home because I've worked in them for 10 years.
Mm.
Admittedly, the one that I work in now, it's really good because there's no sort of physical touching or anything like that. I'm there primarily just to sort of make sure they're all right, do their finance things and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Make sure their medication is delivered and things like that. So that's the nice side of it. But I don't know, I think I could run a really good care home.
I think you terrify me if you were a manager. Just because, I know you. I know you.
I know you've done.
Exactly.
Yeah, but it'd be good because I've seen some of the managers that I've had in the past, they've been bloody horrible.
Mm.
And actually that's a work story that I've got.
Oh God.
Used to have a manager, she was really, really horrible.
Yeah.
And we had this guy come to stay on respite. And he was only going to be there for a couple of weeks.
Mm.
He'd been there before, long before I was there. And when he left, the first time, he had loads of bed sores and people were saying that he wasn't looked after well and all that. So the manager said to me, can you go up with him, make sure that he's looked after, and basically kiss ass for a bit, essentially.
Yeah.
So that, he thinks that we're a lot better now. So I was up there for about an hour, I unpacked his suitcase and things like that. He had one leg.
Right.
While I'm unpacking his suitcase, made the stupid mistake of saying, why have you only got one sock? You've got loads of socks, but you've only got one of each. Yeah.
Oh, what an idiot.
That's a mistake.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I'm up there for about an hour.
Yep.
Anyway, when I come back down, where have you been? We're really busy down here and you've been up there for an hour. But, well, he told me to make sure that he was, alright up there. So I unpacked his suitcase, I chatted to his wife for a bit, discussed his medication. Just make sure you do your bloody job. Blah, blah, blah.
Wow.
Anyway, she knew at the time that I wanted extra shifts.
Mm.
So she reduced the amount of shifts that I already had as punishment.
Oh, what a dick.
And it wasn't the first time that she'd done that. She'd done that to other people as well.
Mm.
Anyway, when I knew I was going to be moving away, because I wasn't just going around the corner, because I was going to another town entirely about an hour away,
Yeah.
I saw an opportunity.
Oh.
And it was April.
Yeah.
So the financial year was drawing to a close.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a money thing here.
Oh,
so
God.
we shouldn't put this out on the internet.
Probably
actually,
not.
Come to think of it.
No.
It was a long time ago. If anyone asks, I paid the money back. So, I said to her, I'm really behind on the rent.
Mm.
Is there any chance I can take all of next year's annual leave in one go so that I can pay my rent and then I'll just not have a day off for the next year, and if I do, I'll just have to take it as sick day? And she said, we don't normally do that, but we'll do it for this once.
Oh, dude.
So that paycheck that I got, it had the month that I'd worked anyway, and back then, I was doing a night shift and then staying on and doing the morning, coming back for the following night, and then doing 3 afternoons and a long day in a row. I worked so much, and the paycheck was pretty good anyway.
Yeah.
On top of that, I had nearly 2 months extra wages on top. And that was how I ended up being able to move away, because I got added that money. But I didn't do it just to the thing. She was so horrible. She used to shout at the staff. And there was this one time where me and 2 other girls were in the corridor having a chat down one end.
Mm.
She came from the other end, and just naturally we dispersed. And she said, yeah, you better stop talking and walk away.
Oh, no.
You're supposed to be a manager. You don't talk to people like that.
No, that ain't cool. That ain't cool. Oh, I used to hate being a manager. It was you had to try and care about the most mundane shit. It was just so boring.
We're out of copies of The Sun.
What?
We're out of copies of the Sun.
What did you think I was manager of? Oh, God.
So what sort of mundane things would they come up to you and say? Like, you know,
well, I suppose it's like the staff would think that you are their only manager and they are your only employee. So I would go in to work and then spend, like, it could be the entire fucking day talking to people about just, I want this holiday, I want that holiday. I can't give you that holiday because so-and-so's already off. Yeah, but it's me asking. Yeah, but that doesn't change anything. That person's still off.
There'll still be nobody here to open if you're not here.
Exactly. And then, especially when they found out I was leaving, it was, yeah, but you're not going to be here, so why do you care? And I was like, yeah, but the shop will still need to run when I'm not here, okay? Oh, it was a nightmare. But I mean, the staff were actually quite nice. Like, don't get me wrong, a few of them were a pain in the bloody arse, but, you know, as a whole, that's probably the nicest place I've ever worked in. People were great. The customers, on the other hand, there's very much of this entitled attitude. I don't know if you've noticed it, but...
The customer's always right.
Yeah, fucking ain't though, are they?
No. Oh. Do you know what, they're very big, right? I've got to be honest.
Yeah, honestly, some people and what they would come out with was just horrendous. We had such a high theft rate as well in that shop. It was unreal. Like we had, yeah, like we had this particular guy. He came in, stole something, picked up something off our shelves, walked to the till and asked for a refund. Now, without a receipt, we don't do refunds, we do exchanges. We don't know that this guy's just picked it up off the shelf. But then when we go back and check the cameras, we see that's exactly what he's done. Yeah. And then,
I understand what you said now. You said theft rate.
Yeah.
I thought you said death rate.
Oh, no.
I was going to say, that's a pretty extreme job. I mean, I expected it, but not a retail job.
Yeah, luckily, I don't think we had one death, but that was something else. It wasn't that. Anyway. I remember having this customer that like they always want to be right about absolutely everything, don't they? And I had this woman come in, and I shouldn't have laughed, but you know it was funny. She came in and she said, "I want to bring back this what was it? Fake tan product." And I was like, "Oh yeah, why is that?" She said, "It's turned my face green." It's like, right. And I just said, "Has it?" And she, "Yeah, I'm not very happy." I went, "Oh, really?" But anyway, yeah, did it all. Was her face green? No, it was not green. But the fact that it wasn't green didn't really matter, you know. The customer's always right. Yeah. I did have a customer phone me once, and just busy trying to work away, clear all my shit. And she said, "Where'd you get your sandwiches?" I was like, I don't know, they just get sent in to us in the mornings. "Oh, what sort of bread do you use?" "I don't know what sort of bread I use. I assume it's just the average normal bread." "Oh, just wanted to let you know I like your sandwiches." Right. Okay, thank you. Right. Thank you. I'll pass that on. Bye. Well, how much further do you go with that? You know?
You up in the office writing down any comments today.
Oh.
Sandwiches.
Exactly. I mean, who does that?
I'm going to run through a couple of really quick stories.
Okay.
There was one, used to look after this old guy, and he was in the war, and he was a pilot, and he literally dropped the bombs and things like that. And his flat was lovely because you had loads of pictures on the walls of the inside of his cockpit. He had actual sort of fragments of bombs and all stuff like that. Like, it was really interesting. He had photos of him in the army and all stuff like that. Really nice. And I knew him for about 2 years, and then went into work one day and they said, he's passed away, he's gone.
Aww.
And it was really, really sad. And his family came to sort of clear out his stuff. And I mean, it's normally a thing that you have to get rid of everything, but at this particular place, anything that wasn't taken, the staff would sort of pack up, and then it would be sent to charity shops and things like that. They came, and I saw him on the way out, and all they had was his telly.
Oh.
Like his new plasma TV.
Yeah.
And I said, like, are you not going to take any of his medals or, the picture that he's of his cockpit? Oh, we don't need that.
Oh, that's shit.
And then she said, can you open the door for me? And my exact words were, can I fuck?
Oh, God.
And they just looked at me really, what? And I just went up to the room and I just started to pack his stuff up. They didn't, I didn't even know that he still had family because they never came to visit him.
Oh, that's sad. That's really bad when that happens.
Yeah, he had this huge history. I mean, he fought in the army so that they, in the war even, so that they could, essentially be here and like.
Yeah, exactly.
30, 40-inch TV, like, Jesus. But a few doors down from him, we had a really nice old woman, but she had a condition where all her bones had locked in place.
Oh.
So she was essentially like a plank of wood, like you couldn't move her, and if you tried to, she'd go,
Oh.
Like she was really sort of rigid.
Yeah.
Because of that, she spent all day, every day, in bed.
Yeah.
I mean, you couldn't put her on her side or anything, she was just there, flat. And this one particular day, I said, well, I'm here all day, so how about we had these special sort of reclining chairs, like a big armchair, but they recline back. So we could lay her flat on that, and then she could at least see something other than the ceiling, And put her in this chair, which was a lot more awkward than you'd imagine. Took her downstairs, she stayed down there for a couple of hours, and then we brought her back up. Bringing her back up, we had this new girl working. She had so much makeup on her face, she had to throw her head back just to open her eyes.
Oh, dude.
Seriously, crazy amounts of makeup. All she used to do all day was look at her phone.
Oh, I hate that.
She wasn't looking at the messages, she was just looking at her reflection. Just constantly, all day. I remember one day we were sat next to this woman who was in bed and, she was passing, like she was, in her final moments, literally. I was sat next to her, sort of holding her hand or whatever. She was sat, puffing and puffing, because, it's so hot in here. With that, she had this sort of top on that had poppers down the front. Literally, pops it open, gets the girls out,
oh no,
airs them out of it. I mean, admittedly, she had a bra on, but this woman is laying there, slipping away.
That's horrible. How do people do stuff like that?
I know. And so I'm working with her, bringing up this woman in this sort of recliner chair. And I said to her, if you can just wheel her down to her room, I'm going to quickly pop in and see this person. I'll be with you in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
But I said to her, make sure you keep the chair reclined. We're walking along. I go into one room and she carries on down. I'm not far from her, and all I hear is
oh, what the fuck?
Before you got to this woman's room, there was a slight ramp.
Oh.
And when I said keep her reclined, I meant, when you go down the thing, make sure that she's still in a vertical position.
Yeah.
I didn't think I had to explain it in that great detail.
No.
Sense was in at some point, but apparently not. Anyway, when I get down there, it turns out that she literally, because she was so flat, this woman, she just slid out of the chair as soon as it sort of went up slightly to go down the ramp, and she'd slid 3 doors down.
Oh, shit. Oh, that's bad.
She was just standing there saying, oh, how are we going to pick her up then? Wow. I think if it was down to her, she would just put a cover over her there and then instead of done with it. Like, oh, sleep here now, this is your new There was one time where I worked at another home.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if I've even told you this story.
Oh, God, I'm worried now.
It's not one that I like to sort of hand about because it's not great. It might be slightly illegal, but I didn't know what else to do.
Oh.
Work in this home, and there's 50 people that live in the home. 25 down on one wing, 25 on the other wing, and we only have 2 members of staff in each wing.
All right.
It's a busy day, it's lunchtime, everyone's moving about. A lot of these people have got sort of early onset dementia and things like that. All different stages, really. And there were these 2 people that were known to always sit with each other, one man and one woman. Anyway, it's lunchtime, and this man and this woman have not come down for lunch. So we're dishing the dinners out, and I said I'm going to go and see if they want their dinners in their room, because if they didn't come down, then that's usually what it meant.
Yeah.
Couldn't find her in her flat, she wasn't there. went to the man's flat. She's there with him in bed doing the nasty.
Oh no.
Proper going at it. Oh,
jeez.
Anyway, I think, they're not completely of sound mind, but they're not hurting each other. They're clearly both enjoying it, so I'll leave them. Came out of the room. I get to the end of the corridor. Her daughter is standing there. My mum's not in her room. Do you know where she is?
Oh, no.
And I said, I'm not sure. I'll go and have a look for you. Went back to the room, stood outside the door and thought, what the fuck am I going to do? If I lead her out of this room, it's quite obvious, what's been going on.
Yeah, definitely.
When I got in the room, I said to them, I said quite loudly, could you stop, please? They just carried on. If anything, it got a bit louder.
Oh, no.
Then I realised her clothes weren't anywhere.
What the fuck?
So she must have undressed in her flat, walked completely naked. I mean, it was quite a concealed place anyway. It's all sort of little corridors and stuff, but still. And then got in his bed.
Oh, mate.
So I've now got to explain, 1, why she's naked, and 2, why she's not in her flat. So my mind somehow worked out that if I went to the bathroom, filled up the bucket that was in the sink with warm water,
right,
and threw it over them.
Oh, what the fuck is wrong with you?
It was actually quite genius because it stopped them doing what they were doing, because me shouting and saying, could you please stop, wasn't doing anything.
Yeah.
It stopped them doing what they were doing. She was now soaking wet.
Yeah.
I put a towel around her, asked her to come back to her room and said, I found her, she was in the shower.
Oh, fuck's sake, dude.
Not the best way to do things, but it got the job done, and she didn't know that her mum was being boinked by the man down the road.
I suppose it's a win-win for everybody then.
Yeah. Well, apart from me, I mean, I saw them going proper at it.
Yeah, that's nasty. I feel for you for that, Yeah,
it weren't a good one.
No.
There was another night when I worked the night shift, and anyone that does a night shift in a care home where they're not allowed to sleep, it's hard going. It's full on, because you start at about sort of 8:30 and then you finish at 8:30 the following morning.
That's a long old day.
It is, and I mean, throughout the night, obviously, you have to do the cleaning, you have to do the washing of the clothes, and all things like that. You have to do the stuff that's been left behind by the shift before. And then when you're at your most tired, I mean, if you work a 12-hour day, at the 8th hour, you're starting to feel it,
Oh, yeah,
you're getting
definitely.
tired. So at night, it's just 10 times that, because it's night, and your body's telling you I should be asleep right now. That's when you've really got to start doing your work, because then you've got to start getting people up in the morning. So you're really tired, you've got to get people up, and if you don't get everyone up, then the people that come in on the morning that just want to have a cup of coffee to start their day, and then you tell them, oh, you've got to get up these 3 people, oh, well, that's not good, is it? They go into one. So we're doing a night shift, and the heater was broke, the heating was just on full blast, and it was bloody hot in there. And it was on the thing of, if anyone needs you, they'll buzz, but you're not allowed to sleep. So come 12 o'clock, me and the woman that I was working with, we had a system going where we would both sort of nap, but when a buzzer would go off, first she would go, and then if another buzzer went off, I would go.
Yeah.
And we just carried on like that until 6 o'clock when we had to start getting people up. The heat just knocked everyone out, us included. So everyone just slept through. We were woken up by the manager at 6 o'clock in the morning, saying, good morning.
Oh dear.
Would you mind going and getting everyone up now, please?
Yeah.
I personally have never run around a building so fast, making sure that everyone was alive, because it was so weird that no one had buzzed. I mean, this was a place where they would buzz quite a lot, especially certain ones. And we ran around like mad, making sure everyone was alright, and luckily everyone was.
What would have happened if the worst had happened and you'd fallen asleep?
Well, then that would have probably been quite bad.
Yeah.
I mean, if something bad had happened, I mean, they would have buzzed and it would have woken us up, but it was just a thing of, the only thing that we really did, the only thing that we didn't do that we were supposed to do was sort of the check at sort of, 3 o'clock in the morning, just where you pop your head round the door and make sure everyone breathes. That was the only thing we hadn't done, so I think we've covered quite a lot of work in. Another thing that dawned on me while I was looking up facts about, best job, worst job.
Yeah.
Like, you forget that everything has been invented. Like, imagine a walking stick.
Right, yeah.
The little bit of rubber on the end of a walking stick.
Yeah.
That's been invented.
It sure has.
Someone, somewhere, works in a place that makes only them.
Mm.
And like, this is the thing that looked like it said down piss, but it actually says dowel pins. You know when you get like a flat pack wardrobe?
Yes.
You get these little long bits of wood that look like tampons.
I'm sure, yeah.
That's a dowel pin.
Right.
Like, they're just to sort of wedge in the wood and sort of sturdy it a bit more.
Thank you.
Someone's job is to make them.
Yeah. I think I'd rather do that than do the job that I've done for the last 8 years, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah.
Dowel pin maker.
Yeah, exactly.
So what kind of job are you going to go for?
Who the fuck knows?
I mean, well, your oyster, you could do anything.
Certainly
What did you want to be when you were growing up? I mean, you can't sort of marry animals and you can't teach guinea pigs religion, so what is it that you think you're going to do?
It's a bugger. Well, I'm very much a dreamer, and I'm not the only one. Lols. No.
Oh, God. That was nauseating.
Sauce. No, I went through phases when I was little. I didn't just want to be one thing. I wanted to be, okay, off the top of my head, I wanted to be a journalist. I wanted to be a fashion designer. I wanted to be a policewoman. I wanted to be a teacher. I wanted to be a vet. I wanted to be a firefighter. I literally went through absolutely everything and wanted to be that for like a month or 2 months. And then it was something else. So I've never had the focus to just, this is what I want to do. And this is what I need to do to make it happen. It's like,
I remember you wanted to be a journalist quite a lot.
Yeah, I like writing. Writing's good for me. It's very therapeutic. Tis, shut up.
So maybe you could marry animals and then write about it afterwards.
I could do that.
Today, I married an orangutan and a squirrel.
Oh, well, that's just stupid, James. They obviously wouldn't match, would they? God.
Would it be prejudiced? Could a gorilla marry a snake? Or would it have to be strictly gorilla marriages?
No, I'm, if as long as they're in love, I'm cool with that. I'll marry whoever. It's fine. Yeah.
What about age difference? Because, I mean, you could have a 200-year-old tortoise and then you an 18-year-old chimpanzee.
You know what?
And, I mean, there's a big age gap.
As long as they're above the legal age, then I'm, I'm cool. I'm cool with that.
I don't know how that will go down in America. What about if you've got 2 male animals? I mean, is that going to be an issue?
No, it's like I say, as long as they're in love, that's fine.
If you're teaching them religion,
yeah, I'm also teaching them my religion of atheism. So, I'll convert them.
So you, just get straight, right?
Yeah.
You want to marry animals, and then lecture them about the fact that there's no God.
Yeah. What's your point?
Right. Probably a good place to leave it, though, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna get much better than that.
We've gone down a bit of a path, haven't we?
We ain't coming back now. All right then.
Yeah. So next week, I think we should talk about all the things that we hate, have a good proper rant and a rave, and talk about things that we want to put in room 101.
Oh mate, I look forward to that episode.
But I think that we should do it like the TV show.
Right.
You'll say something to me like jellyfish.
Right.
You have to give me the reasons why.
Okay.
Put forward a claim as to why you hate jellyfish so much and why they should be abandoned from the world.
Okay.
And then I'll either let them in to room 101, so they're abandoned from the world, or not.
Right.
And you can do the same for me.
Okay. Right, so I think my first thing I need to do is watch an episode of Room 101. And
have you never seen it?
I think I've caught the odd bit of it, but...
Hey, missing out, it's really good. It does depend who's on it.
Yeah.
Like, admittedly, like if you've got dodgy people on it, but I think they had Jordan on it one week, and it's like, well, but usually they've got the people. All right then. So room 101 next week.
Yep.
You got any other ideas for future ones?
I think we need to tell people who we are.
Didn't we do that at the beginning?
No. What I want to do is I'm going to research 20 random questions and I'm going to ask you them so we get a real sense of who James is. Yeah.
So should we do 20 random questions?
Okay, yeah.
20 for you, 20 for
Yeah.
me. And then I think also another one we can do is random facts.
Okay, yeah, that might be interesting.
We'll sort of research facts for a week, get loads of facts under our belt, and then hit each other with random facts and see who gets the best one.
I do want to hit you, so that would be fun.
With a random fact?
Nope, usually with a fist. A fist of rage. Lol.
Rightio.
Okay, mate.
Well, I'm going to go and finish my coffee and watch a bit of Derek, and you can go and marry some animals and tell them how they're just going to, die and not have any afterlife because Jesus and God don't exist.
That's the plan.
God. Rightio.
Okay then, bye mate.
See ya.
Bye. No, just stop.